Kanye West and turned around and then gooped y'all again. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another Kingeries video, baby. Kanye West and gooped y'all again. Well, he ain't goop us, okay? For those who already saw through Kanye West mess, we know what the tea is. What is going on? This is my first Kingeries video for the month of October. Welcome, October. Okay, y'all see I got looking like Mr. Claus in here. Hey, how y'all doing? How am I feeling? The energy is great, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful month. Shout out to all of the new subscribers. Welcome to the Kingeries brand, the Kingeries YouTube channel. I appreciate you all. We have gained 7,000 to 8,000 subscribers in the last 28 days. We hit a total of 1 million views for the month of September. This month we are on track to hit almost 2 million. Shout out to you all for checking out the content and consuming it. Give me your opinion on what you want to what you're looking forward to. And I appreciate y'all. Like, all of this is just making me just smile and it's just everything. I'm appreciating all the love, all the conversations and stuff. We've been talking about colorism a lot. We're gonna talk about that. We gotta get into Remy Ma, because Remy Ma been on it. So much to cover, but let's go ahead and do this mental check-in. So I already gave y'all a little what's name, how I'm feeling a little bit. My mental is doing great. I just launched the ticket sales for the King of Reeds watch party for Real Housewives of the Season 12. Okay, that's November the 3rd. Tickets are on sale now. Go to kingeries.com/shop to get your tickets. We only have a select number of tickets. Go ahead. Not only will we be watching the first episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 12, we will also get a chance to see me do a live recording of a King of Reeds video. Just like I'm doing it right here, we're gonna do it right then and there as well. And we're gonna record y'all reactions and all of that. Like, I just cannot wait. It's gonna be so exciting. We're gonna have a Q&A, all types of stuff. Food, of course, because y'all know I like to eat. Okay, I'm thinking barbecue as of right now. Right now we're locked on for barbecue. But if you like, girl, like, I'm coming, but I think I want some of this, let me know and we can craft it. But right now we're booked for barbecue and drinks. For those who came to the watch party last year, or well, earlier this year for the reunion, we had some Jello shots and drinks and everything, and everybody had a wonderful time. So join me November 3rd. Go to kingeries.com, check out the link in the comment section, get your tickets. Girl, y'all already gonna wait. I already know y'all gonna wait till the last week to get them tickets, girl, and they're gonna be gone. Y'all gonna be emailing me Saturday, talking about, can you get some tickets? And they're gonna be gone. So let me know if you're interested in coming. Go ahead and get your tickets. So let's go ahead and just dive right on into Kanye West and everything that's been going on. Y'all know that Kanye West has been kind of like serenading a lot of us with his new remixes. He's been taking some music and he's been giving it a gospel spin on it. And a lot of people have just been like, oh my gosh, and fascinated. When I first heard of Kanye West doing it, I immediately started thinking about what R. Kelly did once he was dealing with all of the backlash and stuff and he was doing and stuff, and he did that, I believe I can fly. You started doing that element and folks was like, okay, there's no way someone can be as talented and doing this and be doing like harm to others. And I think that's how it is. I think a lot of times we seem to believe that if a person is wealthy and a person is talented, they cannot be a bad person. But if we look at the material and be the judge of it, we can see all of the people who have been in the White House, all the people on the Supreme Court, all the people who are billionaires and rich and famous and have very trash politics. Like, these folks are being able to live to almost like the Rockefellers living to 100 years old, and look at the harm they've done. Like, that's just, I think we need to be able to understand it. So Kanye West can be talented and trash at the same thing. And we had this conversation on For the Culture Podcast with my favorite guy, Angry Black Homo. We talked about we need to be able to separate that from the two. And because we can't, like, some people, it's hard for them to be able to grasp that a person can be like all bad. Like, it's hard for some folks to be able to say that. And Kanye West is talented. I'm not gonna necessarily call him a genius because I feel like we give that all the time to men with mediocre talent versus women have to do all of these things to be considered a genius. And my good friend Deshaun Harrison talked about that in one of their articles. Check out them as well, DeshaunHarrison.com. How do I feel about Kanye West? What do I think Kanye West is doing? I think he is out here doing some revisionist history type of stuff. I think that's what's going on. You have him now saying that the Republican Party was the ones who were responsible for freeing the slaves. And he is kind of right in some aspect, but the Republican Party, the GOP, come on, grand old party that exists today, don't have the same values as the Republican Party back around that time. So things have changed a lot, and even with the Democrats, things have changed and shifted and stuff, and we cannot like let this brand of the Republican Party speak for for what they did 200, 300 years ago, because that's just simply untrue. So if you do your Googles, you can see that a lot of the information that Kanye West was putting out, just like right now I'm looking at him on The Root, and shout out to Tanja Renee, I'm not gonna pronounce her last name because I might mess it up. So she talked about his ahistorical comment, and it's just like, yeah girl, you said this, but it's not completely accurate. And if you look at the Republican Party, girl, like they have completely changed. So yeah, so while Kanye West is out here telling us and making fun of people saying that you can't vote for Donald Trump and all the other stuff and you can't believe in the Republican Party, he's out here using the same ideology like the Republican Party, which is out here changing facts and stuff, because facts don't seem to matter. And Kanye West, I really can't take him serious. I don't think he knows what he's talking about, and I think he might need to do some more required reading. You know, I've been talking about that a lot. If you follow me on Instagram, King of Reads, I've been talking about, if you have not done the required reading, we can't have this conversation, and I can't argue with you, period. So let's go get all this out the way. Let's go ahead and talk about Remy Ma. Remy Ma, so many people reached out after I posted on the YouTube community tab on my YouTube channel. That's how you engage with me. That's how people who are channel members, shout out to the channel members, that's how they see the videos that are made for them. And that's how you engage with me when I post comments and all that type of stuff. So go check that out. I posted asked, what do y'all want me to talk about in the next King of Reads TV video? And people said overwhelmingly, they said, I want you to talk about this Afro-Latinx situation. I want you to talk about what Joe Budden said. Oh girl, not Joe Budden. What Fat Joe said about, him being black and Puerto Rican folks being black and Afro-Latinx and all that. You got the same situation with Evelyn. I'm gonna get into her a little bit because I love to talk about colorism. So you have, Fat Joe went on the Breakfast Club and he just said, that everybody's black and that, some of these folks are more black than black folks, which made absolutely no sense. So you had Remy Ma on the state of the culture, which is the state of the conditioning to me, because y'all, y'all need some conditioning because y'all are so dry. The stuff that y'all be saying absolutely doesn't make any sense, and I don't see how Jinx does it. Ooh, Lord, I will combust. So you had Remy Ma, basically defend Fat Joe and say she kind of believes, yeah, he is black, and we miss cultures and all that, and they know how to cook collard greens and all that, so it is what it is. Remy Ma, that's not it. And I already told you all in my previous video that I'm still learning about Afro-Latinx, so I'm not the best person to discuss that, but I do know that it's wrong. We will be talking about it in the next episode of the In the Middle that is coming on. Girl, y'all give it some time, working on some few things. But I want to talk about Remy Ma as a whole, not necessarily just the Afro-Latinx situation, but I want to talk about Remy Ma and her always vomiting out inaccurate information. The previous State of the Culture episode, she had said something about people who take money after accusing some folks of rape or whatever. She said that you're a prostitute, like that's prostitute type of situation, and you should be taking the money. And it doesn't surprise me that Remy Ma said that. Remy Ma always sides with men. She is dealing with a lot of internalized misogyny, internalized misogynoir, where she is just, anytime it is something that is supposed to give women voices or something, she's on the opposite end of that. And I think that's the culture of her, you know, being around a lot of men and them saying these things and stuff. And we see different versions of this, because I also see this a little bit with Nicki Minaj. I see Nicki Minaj, you know, kind of like, like she wants to be centered around men. And me and Deshaun talked about that in our Nicki Minaj video. I can't think of the name of it. The clownery video. Check that out. But I see the same thing with Remy Ma. And Remy Ma, let me tell you this. I don't care how much that you try to side with men and have this man take on things. These are the same men that will tell you that you are too masculine, they are not attracted to you. It's like you're trying to be a bully to fit in. And I see that. Like, you remind me of a black person out here saying, well, I can read, I ain't like them, I pull my pants up. Like, you're doing all these things to make yourself like fit in, and it's just not working for you. Remember, these are the same folks that's not out here even buying your music. Like, this is what you have going on now. Considering how much you were talking and what you was going to, what are it, four winners and 7 summers, all that. The only thing you have literally not only been on a reality TV show that on Love and Hip Hop, but this is one of your greatest accomplishments, is sitting and spitting inaccurate information on a YouTube channel. Like, me and you in the same boat. Wow, and I have more accurate information than you do. So remember, I'm not gonna say that, you know, I'm not gonna take back all the things of me supporting you and talking about how folks are out here dismissing you because of colorism, because I feel like Jinx is one of those folks. Like, as much as you disagree with Jinx, I believe if it was a conversation with and folks were talking about you and why you are struggling to make a name for yourself, even though you are talented, I feel like Jinx would talk about the fact that you are a woman and that you are, you know, are dark skinned. He would talk about your struggles, but you'll be the one saying, no, I ain't struggling. That ain't the issue. I need to work hard. The same situation with RuPaul saying that racism didn't hurt me. I made it. See, I had to forget that. You can dismiss it all you want to, but it's still there. You can say whatever you want to say, but it's still there. Remember, what I need for you to do is to do the required reading before you start speaking on stuff. Because even you know in your tiny ass brain that the shit you be saying don't even make any sense. That's why you be stuttering. And for somebody who be talking fast as you, girl, it's a mess. And you know what? Remember, I really don't even trust you anyway, because you be conforming and stuff to make yourself fit in. Even to where you've been dressing lately and the stuff that you had were doing, where you kind of were using lighter makeup and you was wearing this kind of colorful hair or blonde hair or whatever. It's like you kind of went with this image to make you look feminine, because people were saying that you're not feminine. They can't relate to you. They can't relate to your music. And you've even done that now and people are still not buying your music. Yikes. So while you sit here dismissing what Jinx be saying, and Miss Ebony over to the left, I think these will be the first people that'll tell you, hey, girl, they'll be the first ones standing up for you. And the very folks that you are standing up for will be the first men to tell you to sit down. So I'm not understanding how she's always opening her mouth to and I want so much for Remy Ma, but she keep putting her foot in her mouth, and I guarantee you it ain't moisturized. So that's my take on that. So let's move on to Miss Amanda Seales. Miss Amanda Seales spoke on her podcast. She went off on Instagram. She didn't go off like Cardi B be going off on Instagram. But Amanda Seales said she had got put out of a what party was it? The Emmys. It was a Black Emmys party, and she was put out. And she said that, I don't understand how I got put out. Then it was a white woman who was kind of advocating for me being put out. So Amanda Seales starts saying that the person who partied it was Issa Rae's publicist. And Amanda said that she reached out to Issa and she said something to Issa, and Issa was like, girl, that ain't got nothing to do with that. I can imagine Issa Rae with her big teeth saying, that ain't got nothing to do with me. And I am with Issa Rae on that. Girl, I can't tell this girl who and not to invite to the party. I ain't doing that. I'm not overstepping my stuff. I'm not gonna be doing that. And Amanda, if somebody is putting me out or something like that, and it's not a situation where it's necessarily like racism or all that, I don't want to be there. If I got to fight all of that and do all of that just to be in here, I must not need to be here. I'm not. But Amanda, the girls have been saying for a minute that you got a nasty attitude. The girls been saying that you ain't no friendly person. Like, the girls have been talking about you. And even one of your co-stars on Issa Rae, what's his name? Drew, the guy who plays Drew, I cannot pronounce his name. I'm not going to try to right now. They said, even he got on Twitter and said that, girl, nobody is really checking for you like that. They said you have a nasty disposition with yourself and like they just don't like you like that. And I can kind of see it. This is the same person who was out here clowning folks for buying Jordans and buying all this stuff and not owning a passport, talking about y'all need to travel, stop buying this materialistic stuff. And she's always gave me this, I'm gonna talk down to y'all, like this black elitist brunch boot type of ish. If black folks want to buy Jordans versus buying a passport, let them do it, because I guarantee when I get my money, I'm buying the red and black Jordans because I want them bad. Okay, and they will go cute with this outfit. But she comes off as one of those elitist type of black folks. Like she probably is the same character. That's probably why Issa Rae wrote that character. She probably wrote that character for her. I can't think of that character's name, but I'm 100% with Issa Rae just saying, hey girl, I'm not diving into that. This is this girl's party. I'm not gonna overstep my boundaries and tell her what she can and cannot do at her own party and who she can invite. Amanda girl, I think you're making this as a really, really big deal. I think you're really, really pressed about it. And I wouldn't be as pressed about that. As soon as it was a situation, I would have just said, okay, you know, it is what it is. But you're making it seem as though it's a community issue. And I think that's why I'm not getting it from you. It's a situation where these folks don't like your attitude. They don't want to be around you. It's not a situation where these folks put you out to blackball you or something. And one of my good friends, I'm not going to say their name, kind of made me feel some type of way because they kind of compared them to Monique. And I was like, no, this is not. Monique's situation is like she was being blackballed for lies. And fallacies. Like the stuff that he was saying about Monique was simply untrue. Monique has never been difficult to work with. And even Tyler Perry said that, girl, yeah, I should have did better than you, And even Steve Harvey said, yeah, that was messed up. Like a lot of people have agreed with what Monique was saying and that she was unrightfully blackballed. Sis was asking for her money. She was asking for her money and they should have paid her her money. I'm not gonna be out here doing stuff for free. Pay me my work because y'all wouldn't do nobody else like that. Y'all wouldn't do this white woman like this. Don't do me like that. And unfortunately, she stood up for herself and the people, powers would be, the people would be clapping and that's another conversation. People would be clapping and fun. Now they'd be the same ones to speak down on black folks. But Amanda is acting like this is that type of situation. Well, people are saying that you have a bad attitude. Like there's a lot of folks saying it. A lot of people, not the four powers and be. It ain't no Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, what's that, Lee Daniels. It ain't the four like known black Hollywood producers and stuff like that. It is a couple of folks who are on your show with you. And even Issa, girl, it's just Amanda. Like, even I have heard that like you ain't dead. And then even when we see you on social media and how you interact and talking about stuff, I can just tell like it sounds believable. I hate that for her, but it's just you didn't get into a party. God damn, she out here about to blow up gasket over there. It's not that serious, sis. So let's move on to more funny topics. Saferee and Erica Mena. Erica Mena is pregnant. Girl, but I tell you, Love and Hip Hop New York is trying to, they trying to boast this up. They trying to make it something. I'll make it juicy for you. I eat that lunch. Girl, they trying to make it something. It's been rumored that Little Kim will be on this season too. I don't know if I believe that. You know, Remy Ma, her lame man's gonna be back. And then you also have Joe Budden is gonna be on there. It's a lot going on. Girl, it's a lot, girl, it's a lot. It's a hot girl summer. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion for winning her award, her BET Hip Hop Awards award. I don't know what it was. I think it was, you know, new artist, some type of situation. Let me tell y'all something. BT sends me these, I don't know what it is, I mean some type of like system or something. They be sending me texts and inviting me to stuff. And then whenever I post a picture up, when I post a picture and put my information in, the folks never invite me. And I've sent it to my other 3 like male friends and stuff, and to see is it just me or what it is, but they do these things where they want certain people to be in the audience. But I feel like some of y'all, like I don't know what y'all be doing, BET. I don't know what y'all be doing. Like, who do y'all want in y'all audience? Who do y'all want? And girl. So let's end this on this very shady type of situation you got going on. Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott. Travis Scott, Mr. Auto-Tune Man, and Kylie Jenner, whatever her name is this week, have decided to take a break. No biggie, don't really care about neither one of them. But it made waves on social media. People were talking about it, and people jumped up when they seen and heard there was a possibility that Tyga was talking back to Kylie. And Tyga posted a picture on social media, posted on Instagram, and he had on Travis Scott's shoes. Not his physical shoes, but the shoes that he like got with Nike. And like a lot of folks was like, woo, this is like some shady stuff, da 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 da. I think it was shady. I really don't care too much because it's a white woman, and then it's not even just a white woman. It's Kylie. It's the Kardashian clique. So I really don't care. But I would be silly to not say that like how men display ownership of women is very telling, and that's all that was. Like, I got you. And we have to be very careful of men who exhibit that type of behavior, like ownership of women, because that can be very toxic. And I saw that as soon as, like, you don't own her, like now I got her back. That's how I read it. Some other folks was probably, look at it like I had her first, and even then it's still garbage. It's just, you don't own this woman. This woman is her own person. But that's Tyga. I don't trust him to be considerate of women or whatever, and it just is what it is, girl. It's a mess. It's a flaming hot mess, girl. Flaming hot mess. What is this girl name? Evelyn Lozada is suing OG. And when I first heard this, I was like, girl, this don't sound like no real article. Like, this ain't no real stuff. But this is a real situation where Evelyn Lozada said that she is suing OG for defamation. Defamation of character. People always say that, for, OG basically saying that she was a bigot, she was racist. And now Evelyn is saying that OG caused her endorsement deals. Girl, what, flat tummy tea? Like, girl, that's about it. Flat tummy tea, that's all she cost you? Child, let me read some of the stuff that's what been said. Evelyn says, as a result of OG calling her racist on social media, which was subsequently picked up on various celebrity sites, she's lost several brand deal endorsements. Evelyn suing for defamation and infliction of emotional distress. She doesn't list an amount, but clearly now wants OG to pay up. Now, how I see this as a white woman type of move. I think what Evelyn is trying to say is that she is taking her statement to court and saying that she is not like racist. She's not any of these things that OG is saying and claiming her to be. Because it's one thing to post on social media to say, I'm not this and that, but to go into court and to have it like serious to the point to say, I'm gonna take you to court, I'm gonna sue you because this ain't accurate. I think that's all it is, because she did not name any, she didn't put a number on how much money she won. She didn't say anything. She didn't say how much money she wanted from OG to pay up, but I think it's just a statement to say, stop saying these things, and the next person who does this, I'm gonna probably sue them. Evelyn, look, girl, you can't sue folks for telling the truth, like, girl, and I think that's always like shaky ground for some people. I think it's always shaky ground when you call someone a colorist, or racist, or whatever. But because there's no test to say that. There's nothing that because it can be opinion. But from looking at textbooks, research, and all the things, and looking at the past things that you have said and done, there was colorist of you to say that, Evelyn. It was colorist of you to post that and to put a monkey on there. You already called this girl Toji. You keep saying that she's ugly. It's not a situation where you're saying and we should not be calling people ugly. Like we should not. Know I've done it and it's garbage. I just know. But Evelyn, OG is not ugly. She's just dark skinned, and you keep making fun of her features. That's what you're doing. If this was a white woman, and it has been known that she is not getting into with another black, whatever, they've been going at it and all that, and a white woman had posted this and put a monkey at the bottom, it would be no shadow in the doubt that folks would have said that shit was racist. We know the historical context behind the monkey comments and all that. Michelle Obama dealt with that. You had a lot of white people were saying that. They even did that with Obama. Absolutely not. You know better. And we ain't gonna say, well, it's just an emoji. It's the power of what you say. You know what you're doing when you posted that, Evelyn. You know and you got the attention. That's why you deleted it. So you, Shawnee, and Miss Orange ass, what's that girl name? Malaysia Airplane, Miss LaQuisha, all y'all are getting what y'all deserve. All of y'all are getting what y'all deserve. You know what you did when you posted that monkey at the bottom of it. You know what it is. You called that girl Ling Ling when you were talking about Cece. Like, girl, we know what it is. And now you want to use, girl, I can't wait till this reunion because I'm sure I'm going to go in on you. I'm going to go in on you. But, Evelyn, you're not fooling nobody. Like, sis, we know you're a colorist. You're a whole colorist. You're not the first colorist on Basketball Wives. You're not the first colorist on TV. You are just a colorist. Like, there's nothing special about you, Evelyn. Okay? You know what you were doing when you were talking about this woman. You knew what you were doing when you were talking about this woman. So there's no doubt in my mind that you're a whole colorist out here. I know it. And I've been talking about colorism on Instagram, on my Instagram account, King of Reeds. Make sure you follow that. And some people just did not understand, like, colorism is not bi-directional. There is no situation where light-skinned people experience colorism. No, what you're dealing with is prejudice. That's what that is. There is no up and down. And I had to go and do some research because I'm like, if people calling me out and saying that no, I experienced, let me listen. Let me listen instead of reacting. And I did research and I found various articles, videos. Shout out to Kim Foster for Harriet, her YouTube channel. Love it. I listen to her almost every night when I go to bed because she got a lot of videos, child. And I go back and I listen to some of the stuff. And I watched her video and she spoke on colorism after the episode of Blackish when they tried to cover colorism. She did a whole video about it. Check it out. And she explained and she made it clear. She said, look, we're not dismissing the stuff that you experienced. The bullying and all that, but that's not colorism. It does not work like that. A black person making fun of a white person and saying they like mayonnaise and all that, it's not racism. That's not. We're talking about structural stuff. We're not talking about like picking on folks. Like, yeah, that stuff is mean and it's unwarranted and we should stop. Definitely stop and call folks out for it. But it's not structurally, it's not colorism. It's just not. And a lot of people who are arguing that it is are coming to me and don't have any research, don't have anything to support their claim. So what am I gonna have to tell them? If you have not done the required reading for this conversation, girl, we cannot have this argument. There's nothing for us to talk about, girl. You've not done it. I'm sitting here pointing all these facts out and all this stuff and you're coming to me with just opinions and experiences. And yes, experiences do make a lot of sense. Like, experiences tell a lot, but we need to understand that experiences are just not enough when you don't have any supportive claims on it. And there's nothing out here that is supporting that light-skinned people experience colorism. Point blank, period. I hate to say that to folks. Sorry to this man. But that's just what it is. And that's on period. And this is a safe space for my dark-skinned black folks, my dark-skinned women, primarily because I know y'all have been shut out of these conversations. Everybody does it. Oprah did it when she talked about colorism. They did it on Blackish. There's never a space for black, dark-skinned women to talk about their experience with colorism without light-skinned women talking about they've been picked on it too. And I'm telling you right now, this ain't the space for you right now. Go find somewhere. You got plenty of other stuff, but right now I'm focused on dark-skinned black women. Period. And that's just that. It's a dark-skinned black woman who's being bullied on this show, and it's just not even her skin complexion. It's her features, her Afrocentric features, and that is what we're gonna talk about. So I don't know what to tell y'all. So, girl, just be mindful when you're in my comment section and you saying your experience. Just know that if your stuff is ignorant, it's going to be deleted, girl, and you probably will be blocked. I mean, this is not the shade room. I'm not going to allow negative comments and evil things to be said, because somebody said that I always have a problem with light-skinned folks because I am I have some self-conscious issues or something. I was like, okay, girl, you've been feeling a way about me, so that's why you said that. So, girl, we got it. So you blocked. That's on period. But I want my black, dark-skinned women to feel comfortable talking about this. And we talked about this on the latest episode of For the Culture Podcast. I don't think it's going to be an episode of For the Culture Podcast. It's Wednesday, but it might be. I'm working on some things coming to y'all soon. Make sure you're getting your tickets to see me at the Real Housewives Atlanta Season 12 reunion. Not reunion, girl, but the watch party. So with that being said, thank you all so much. I appreciate y'all for checking out the content today, girl. I know this is a long video, girl. I'm probably gonna chop and screw, but I don't know. But I appreciate you all for learning and growing with me. Shout out to all the new subscribers and the old ones too. I appreciate it as we continue to go to the top. I love y'all so much. Until next time, I'll talk to you later on tonight. Bye.
Okay, listen here, bitch. I'm sick of it. I am sick.